Oh man, how's everyone doing today? I'm really excited. If you've been watching my videos, there's only been 3 of them, but in my first video, I had mentioned how making cornbread would be really great, or even how they do it down in the South. Maybe I wasn't talking about cornbread. Maybe I was talking about biscuits and gravy. I can't remember. I was talking about something, and I was talking about how I missed my cast iron skillet. And today in the mail, from one of my very sweet friends, Joey. Hi Shannon, hi Kenny. No, I'm going to do a video later. This is kind of a surprise video. My friend Joey had sent me this today. This arrived at my house, and it is a brand spanking new cast iron skillet, which I thought was just one of the nicest gifts in the world. It's actually a really high quality 12-inch cast iron skillet, which is perfect. You can do cornbread in this, whatever. So I figured I'd start an early video today because I think I'm going to maybe I'll make some steaks tonight or something in this bad boy. But it takes about 2-3 hours to season these properly. So I'm going to show you a super easy way to do the first bit of seasoning and then go over some cast iron skillet rules. So the first thing you want to do, we're not going to preheat our oven. We're going to kick it up to 375, but after we've put the cast iron skillet in. There's a couple of steps we got to do first. So the first thing you want to do is obviously get rid of the packaging so it doesn't burn down. But when you get a new cast iron skillet, you always have to season it, and you're going to take just your normal old baking sheet, right? And you're going to cover it in foil, and this is going to be what we call a drippings catch. And you're going to put this down on the lowest rack you can, and then you're going to use just your regular old grid right in the middle rack, wherever that sits. Now, the best thing that I would suggest using to season the your cast iron pan is Crisco. Good old like vegetable shortening Crisco. It's got a really high smoke point, but I don't think I have enough of it left. I used a lot of it for frosting around the holiday times. So we're going to leave that. But what you can do is just use any vegetable oil or vegetable shortening product, and you're literally just going to brush the entire thing. A nice light coat all over the entire skillet. And we're even going to do the underside as well. We want this whole thing to have all these flavors going on. And the reason you do the underside, though, is because seasoning a cast iron skillet also keeps the iron from rusting. But don't worry, I mean, if your iron rusts, then that's fine. It's okay. You just have to repeat the process, and that's okay. Couple of rules for a cast iron skillet, though. I will tell you this. Never, ever wash it with soap, right? I did before. I pre-washed it, and then I put it back in the package for the reveal. That's the only time you should hand wash it with soap and water. Because when it comes out of the factory, you don't know what's going in there. We've got all these different things going on in factories that can cause cancers and packaging materials and stuff like that. So that's the only time you're going to do that. If you do end up with like baked on food or stuff like that, the best thing to do is use like a really coarse rock salt, and you can get all the crunchies off with a nice rock salt, but never soap your cast iron skillet except for the very first time. That's the only time you're going to want to do that. Alright, so I've got this with a nice thin coat on it. Now the important thing, what we're going to do, we're going to turn this upside down, and then we're going to turn the oven up to 375 for 1 hour. You're going to remove it, you're going to let the oven cool down and do all that. You're going to repeat the process all over again 2 to 3 times. I like to do it 3 full times. And that's how you season a cast iron skillet. And then, of course, everything you cook in there is going to give it more and more flavor as it goes on. And, you know, you get some of these moms and grandmas and great-grandmas that have these cast iron skillets that they've been in the family for 50, 100 years. And it's just got amazing flavor on it. So we're going to start with this one. Thank you very much, Joey, for my gift. Like I said, you can use a Crisco, a vegetable oil, upside down, 375 for an hour. Repeat that process 3 times. And I'll be back tonight. We're going to make bourbon vanilla whipped sweet potatoes with some grilled steaks. Hope to see you guys tonight, and I hope you're staying safe, guys.